Hi everybody, Tashi here from Pixie Mommies Reborns. Welcome back. To everybody new, hello and welcome. So I promised you all you would see me real soon, and though it's the middle of the night and I look like who did it and ran, it is the time that I had to make a video, and so what the heck. I have not done a drink and wet feeding video of Oscar or any babies in a very, very long time. So I thought that's what I'll do. Chat with you all. Those of you that have been with my channel, you know the drill. Those of you new, don't forget to run and smash that subscribe button. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. This is Oscar. He is a full-bodied silicone baby boy. He is the Dwayne Awake #2 by Claire Taylor Dolls. He is an addition baby, so he's fully loaded. He's got the drink and wet, armatures, spine, tongue, gum, uvula, just you name it, he's got it. And he's pretty darn amazing. So I'm gonna get right started in giving Oscar his bottle while I chat with you all. And yeah, so those of you that have been here, I talked in the last video because I've been MIA and I'm kind of, I guess, starting to get back in the groove. It was not a planned break that I took. It just kind of, a little break kind of just turned into a full-on break. So this already has a lubricant on it, which is a water-based lubricant, and the bottle has water and a bit of rubbing alcohol. That's how I, as a collector, do my drink and wet feedings to help ensure that all the tubing stays, you know, all clean and nice. So I gotta say that after kind of being just completely MIA, and then probably it was like several weeks or a couple weeks since I actually picked up a doll, that I even picked up Oscar or any one of my other silicones, Ollie or Athena, which is like, oh my gosh, that is certainly the longest that I've ever went that I didn't at least pick up a baby every day. So once I did pick up Oscar the other day to make a video and to change him, I was like, oh my gosh, like that magic comes right back. Like, in fact, it reminded me like how incredibly real he feels, you know. They look like real babies, they feel like real babies, some of them smell like real babies. Those of you that have been blessed to own a Claire Taylor edition doll know that they have like a certain smell to them. I think it's kind of like almost a baby powder smell that I don't know how Claire does it, assuming it's poured into the silicone, but that's only my guess. And it's, unless you've experienced it, it's kind of hard to describe, but they do have, you know, like a nice kind of powderish, not like the Wonder Wafers, it's different. It's not like, it's hard to explain, but it's there. Anyway, here he goes. So yeah, it's like, just reminds me, like, you know, what I love so much about this hobby, and you know how fun it is to play with dollies. You know, I've certainly never been a conventional person. You know, I don't have a conventional job. I don't really have a conventional life. I just, and I would bet you can all let me know in the comments that a lot of us, like hardcore doll collectors, that, we, role play in some way, shop for baby clothes, like that are just really, really immersed in it. I certainly, of course, I know many of you all do have conventional jobs and things like that, but I think for the most part, we are like I don't know, certain type of people, I guess, that, I guess just in a certain way, just aren't afraid to live our lives and enjoy, like, like I remember growing up and you get to that, stage, whatever age it is, 10, 11, 12, like whatever that age where it starts to become socially unacceptable to play with dolls, like you're a baby or immature if you are still playing with, quote, toys, dolls, things that you enjoyed when you were younger. Me, I rode right through that stage. I had my boyfriends carrying around my Cabbage Patch dolls in school. I mean, I just did not care. But I was a unique child. Most kids, and I can't say that I never got embarrassed or never maybe hid a few dolls in my room when somebody was coming over or something. Couldn't hide them all, but you know what I'm saying, just felt a little, I remember feeling a little funny about it, like having those feelings, but it just didn't stop me. When I left home when I was 17, and I got married when I was, young, when I was 18. So my baby dolls, my Cabbage Patch dolls, because that at the time, those were kind of like, for me, like the best baby dolls, I guess. They came with me. I mean, not all of them, of course. As I got older, I gave a whole lot of them away to like family members, friends, kids I babysat for. Like, certainly, I did not have a doll collection like I did, when I was younger. But I had my few favorites that I kept. I still have my first Cabbage Patch doll. Many of you have seen Ted, the little redhead. So yeah, it's something that's never left me. Of course, right after I got married, I got pregnant with my first daughter. I was still 18 when she was born. So the year I was 18, like I had just graduated high school. I was still 17. That summer, I turned 18 in October. And then a month shy of my 19th birthday, my oldest daughter was born. She's 27. She's going to be 28. So obviously then I had a baby, so I wasn't really obviously focused on dolls. But I always had them. I always had them with me, and shortly, within a couple of years, my daughter was playing with dolls, and boy, was I a fun mom. Because of course I bought her every doll known to man and played with her. We would just set up like all night, like sleepovers in the living room where, she would sleep out in the living room with me, and we would have the dolls, all over the place playing, like, adoption, traveling with them, hospital, like just, all the fun stuff. And so yeah, my oldest had a ball. My second two girls, I have three girls, and then my son, who is the youngest, and Oscar is dribbling here. Let's see, are we clogged? No, he's just taking a minute to take that down. And of course, I got him soaked because I did. Oscar was mommy feeding you too fast, not paying attention, running her mouth as usual. Wow, he took a lot too, because this was like over 4 ounces full, and now it's down to whatever that is, like 2 less than 2 ounces, which, is a lot for these dolls. And we gotta turn him up to get it through his system. So yeah, the kids and my daughters and I had a lot of fun. And then, those of you that know the history of my life, some things took place, and, I got really down a bad road of not good stuff for a very long time. Me disappeared, and 15 years ago, came back. So, what is it, about 6 years or almost 6 years now, I've been in this hobby. So basically, by the time I started gathering life back together, dolls came back into my world in the form of the reborn and silicone dolls, which are these incredible, lifelike, what you dreamed of when you were a kid, type of dolls. And for me, being at a point where I can now stop and enjoy some things in life for myself, where there was a lot of years of really rigorous rebuilding of life, and me working the steps and the program, and just and lots of cleaning up of the train wreck. It takes you so many years to go down the road of drugs and alcohol, and cause so much destruction in life. Well, it takes almost just as many years to rebuild what you destroyed. And I got to the point where things were starting to rebuild, and then my health, my spine, went. I had the emergency surgeries. I've been in chronic pain, and then I figured, well, it's coming back around. It's what's supposed to happen to me, I guess. So as you all know, and that, I stayed with the hobby, and I was, very muchly more, I guess, paying attention to things, and of course learning. And now I am, painting reborns and stuff. So it was years of taking in, all of the knowledge and everything until I started, which was over a year ago. I'm on a break now, but I'll get back to painting soon. And so it was, at least while my body was falling apart, my mind was kept busy with the hobby. I am drenched. Okay, I gotta check Oscar's tubes, because something's up, buddy. Something's up. You're just spitting up all over mama, aren't you? All right, let's see what we got here in the diaper, if anything. I don't know how I wasn't paying attention to that, at least, or maybe it just came up the tubes. I don't know. I'm not gonna worry about going nuts with the tubing. I think I just gave it to him too fast, to be honest. I think I just pumped it too fast, but we'll see. So now that this turns into my life history here, not my life history, but I guess taking the break has just got me thinking about, I guess where I'm at in the hobby. And, for a bit, I was wow, am I ever gonna kind of get my mojo back and want to be doing all that I was doing in the hobby? And the short answer is yes. Because it's what I love to do. And, you know, with the art and even with collecting, you know, with all the new sculpts coming out and all the, you know, everything, it's just, you know, getting a new baby or creating a new baby is, it's a rush, right? It's a rush of adrenaline for those of us that, yeah, this is like a little wet, but not, let's see, about tipping Oscar up and getting more of this through him. I think I held him up too much, and I think I gave it to him too fast. Look at that, I'm out of practice already. You know, your silicone dolls with the drinking wets, like each one is different, you know, because the artist, well, either they're pouring the tubing, you know, they're pouring the silicone in the mold with the tubing already there, which is the preferable way, which is usually how they do it. Or the drink and wet is installed afterwards, can be. But, you know, every doll, every sculpt is different, every pour is different. So every baby is going to be different in how far you need to lay them back, how slow you need to go, and like stuff like that. So just for those of you that are interested in silicones and the drink and wets, I usually get a lot of questions on videos that I do the drink and wet feedings. Although YouTube has, well, not as bad as Instagram, but like the algorithm like boots you into Siberia, I swear. Like they punish you for not posting regularly videos or, you know, photos, whatever. They really do. Like nobody is seeing my Instagram post, or you know, that a large majority of you all that, you know, normally see it, normally comment. I notice that they do that, but what are you gonna do? There's always a link below if you want to follow me on Instagram to see pictures of Oscar and all my babies. And to those of you that have been with me, help me out, drop a comment. Let's get me back on the algorithm, please. And yeah, it's like, I feel like, gosh, like I am going to do like some photo shoots of pictures that I'm going to hold, so that I have to, you know, put up each day, even if I'm not like, quote, here. And what I mean by here is like, you all know what I mean. Like, you know, we spend a lot of time, you know, shopping and you know, stalking what, you know, new sculpts are coming out, and you know, artists, and paying attention to things, you know. And so when you're not here, I am going to, when I'm not here, gonna still post, and even still try to get videos up, I guess, you know, now seeing what happens when you go ahead and take a break. But I needed it, and I'm really glad that I did. I needed the time for myself. I needed to enjoy the summer, the warm weather. Like I am still, until the cold weather hits and I can't be outside anymore, I am still going to be more MIA, in a general sense. And plus, like, it just puts things into perspective of some of the stuff that we exert like any time or energy on. And some of y'all will know what I'm talking about and some of you won't, but I'm just saying. And I am not one to exert much at all, but it's still sometimes something. And you know, when you gain some perspective, you know, you take a step back and you look, it's like, you're like, wow. Anyway, oh my gosh, look at me. Look at mommy. I look horrible. The first time you all see me back in how long, and I look like terrible. But as I said, it is the middle of the night. I've been outside in the humidity and the heat, yes, at night for hours. So, I mean, I had to change my shirt. I was all sweaty. So, you know, I have no makeup on. I probably got a little sunburn. And anyway, but that's that. I hope you enjoyed my little chat and seeing Oscar. I was going to put on him this adorable new singlet from Jamie K that I had gotten a haul a couple months ago and put away for the summer. It is latte dots on milk on latte dots. I think that's the pattern, but it has these little tiny dots in a latte color, and it's on their milk color, and it's got two little buttons up here at the neck. Super cute. I have not used this yet, and when this print came out, I was like gushing over it because I love white on BBs, but I don't love necessarily, it depends on the outfit, the stark white. I love the naturals. And so I got this pattern also in the side tie, kimono side tie, and the little footed pants. And then I also got the long sleeve onesie to go under some of the little play suits and stuff because I loved this print that much. So when Oscar gets dried up here and I change him into a diaper, because I want to keep, with your silicones, by the way, those with the drinking wets, it's really like, I mean, it's great to looking for role play too when you're picking them up and you're, you know, going like this and you're burping them and up and down like you would a real baby. But what it does with the silicone doll is it moves everything through the tubes. Yes, that was the cat, one of the cats. But so that you do not have any water laying stagnant in your baby, because you definitely do not want that. And I have had Oscar for over 3 years now, and age-wise, he's over 4 years now. Can you believe that? It feels like just yesterday the Dwaynes came out by Clara Taylor. But anyway, and I know his drinking wet was used by his, you know, previous mommy. You know, so I think his drinking wet was pretty much used from the beginning. So 4 years and no mold, no problem, no nothing. Well, I did have the issue with the tube kind of slipping back and it was coming out his mouth, kind of like it is now. But I think right now I just didn't feed him right. Right? Look at, he's so cute. Look at that little face. How do you not love that little squishy face? But anyways, and you know, I've had other drinking wet dolls, and you know, so I've heard some stories, you know, through the years from other collectors, but I personally have not had a problem. I have my little ritual of what I do, and I guess I feel like it works. Right, Oscar? Oh, this little face is just, and like I said, the feeling of just, you know, a baby. And you don't have to deal with, you know, they're not going to grow up and talk back to you, do all the stuff kids do. It's just enjoying. It's like, it's premium toys for adults. That sounded terrible, but you know, is what it is. All right, everyone. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Definitely leave me a comment below. Say hello. Let me know who's still out there watching. I will be very soon live in my channel membership. For those of you that have stuck with me for that, thank you. I owe you. And I will definitely be sharing behind the scenes, you know, more detail of, you know, just little bits and things of what's going on in my world and what's coming up in my Dolly world, what truly my plans are. So stay tuned for that in the Pixie Squad behind the scenes. For that, you can click the blue join button next to subscribe. Otherwise, you know, things will, of course, eventually come on out here, and well, some of it, and yeah, stick with me. All right, everyone, we'll see y'all next time. God bless.